They're set now. They're ready. Supersession chasing 4 in a line. They're off and they're racing. First to get going actually is Export Girl. Won the start over Leniency. Cosmopolitan Girl came away quickly. Supersession beaten for speed. Back second last as they settle down. Pushing up is Melkar Pindari. The speed really slowing. Kelvinator ripping and tearing 3 deep outside of the favourite Supersession. Now being set up by Parnham with only a couple of lengths between it and the leader. And last of all is Prawns 11. They went out by the 700 mark, and Cosmopolitan Girl in a topsy-turvy run affair so far leads Export Girl. Leniency's up running third. Over on the inside is Melkar Pindari. Supersession is next. Kelvinator's covered additional ground, and still last is Prawns 11, but no more than 4 from the leader, Cosmopolitan Girl. On the point of the home turn, they'd straightened up. Cosmopolitan Girl, she wheeled like a greyhound, led a length and a half. Export Girl, Melkar Pindari. Turner now calling upon Leniency. Supersession not getting a lot of room behind them. Here comes Kelvinator. Prawns 11 down the outside. Leniency over on the outside. Kelvinator. Export Girl comes back. Leniency's got his head in front though. It's Leniency. Leniency just from Export Girl, who came again on the inside, and Kelvinator outside of those in a head bobbing finish. In behind those, next of all, is Supersession, followed then by Melkar Pindari. Cosmopolitan Girl. Prawns 11 peaked on its run. Amongst the last of them home as we wait for the numbers. Leniency getting its head in front. Export Girl did come back, and gee, it made it interesting. Very, very interesting. But Leniency has just scrambled in first up to win his 3rd from 4 starts. Trained by Colin Webster, ridden by Troy Turner. The head was going up and the other filly's head was going down, so the margin won't be a great one. It's a short half head only between them, and it was going to be a bit more decisive than that, but for that bob of the head late. But Leniency gets the job done on return by Safeguard out of Never Guilty. Raced by the Forest family, Ms. J. Mitchell, trained by Colin Webster. Troy Turner there in the saddle, ranked right up there on pace. Export Girl, she was there. Leniency was trailing her, and she certainly gave it her all to the first up Albany winner, Export Girl, by a lot from Boonlert, Steve Wolfe, Joey Azapati, and Kelvinator deep out, grabbing third at any old odds by Heritage out of Sheer Royalty, Fred Kersley, Stephen Parnham in front of Melkar Pindari. So the run of Supersession comes to an end. Got caught up behind them. 1:11.47 here was the time, and 35.12 the last 600. And Turner was certainly ensuring that Leniency was on the move and going forward when that sprint went on, because they did back off. The pace was a little bit topsy-turvy. Supersession was behind them, not seeing a lot of daylight. So its winning run has now been brought to a halt. Pretty unlucky, very unlucky looking at the replay there. Race 4 is the Glenroy Chaff Handicap over the 1800 here at 225. Dudley Preston, of course, did race some very good horses over the years. One of them was one by the name of Moss Kingdom from back in the 80s. Leased out to Keith Biggs and co. Went on, of course, to great Cupness, great Adelaide success, Perth Cup success as well. And Cole no doubt remembers it going around back in the day. He's got a nice enough 3-year-old here, though, that's now won his 3rd from 4 in Leniency, and he's with Britt Taylor.
39 years ago, that was that Cup, Mac, with the Adelaide Cup being run during the week. But down here, we're talking all about Leniency, and Mr. Webster, congratulations to you. First up here today, last prep we saw that he had plenty of ability, but how have you viewed his return after the benefit of a bit of a break?
Yeah, it's been very good, Brittany. He should have won his first race, actually. Only Green has beat him that day, and he won his next 2. And then today, he trialled the other day, won the trial, but just at the finish, he was starting to get a bit green again, so he decided to put the blinkers on him, just make him concentrate a bit more. But he's a horse with a lot of ability, and I think there's a bit of a future with him.
From a distance perspective, you mentioned his only defeat coming on debut in that 1200 metre race. That was a heavy 10 that day, and he was unlucky not to win. He should almost be undefeated. What do you think is his best trip?
1400, yeah. Yeah, he'll get 1400, perhaps a bit further, but I know he'll definitely get a very good 1400. But
And that's what we saw at the end of last campaign. Is that what you look for now in the calendar?
yes, definitely. We'll just get a bit further with him.
Looking forward to seeing his progression. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks, Brittany.
There is Colin Webster after the victory of Leniency. Shades on to help him concentrate. They've worked a treat, and a horse that could well just about be undefeated, albeit that very narrow defeat on debut. But today brings up win number 3 with Troy Turner in the saddle.
And Troy Turner's been aboard the whole way through. Troy looks like he's come back just as good, if not better than last prep.
Yeah, he took a bit to maturing last time in. Had a nice break, and he's come up in fine order this prep.
Always looked like there was a chance today that you might have to do it out there 3 deep, but he certainly kept his mind on the task.
Yeah, they're going on a slow tempo, and I toyed with trying to slot him in, but I thought all it's going to do is upset his rhythm. He was happy there. He's a fit horse, and he sort of got the job done.
Turned out pretty much exactly the same as the trial.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So, yeah, late he wanted to have a look around, but yeah, hopefully he stretch out to a mile or such this time in.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There is Troy Turner, partners with Colin Webster and Leniency, who takes out race number 3. We're only 3 minutes away from the All-Star Mile at Moonee Valley. WA interest, William Pike riding She's a Belter there in 3.5 minutes' time.
Never should be there at all. Such power in your smile, sure stone you'd beguile. Never a teardrop should fall. Your sweet lilting laughter like some fairy song. Eyes twinkle bright as can be. You should laugh all the while and all other times smile. Now smile a smile for me. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure 'tis like the morning spring in the lilt.